started training in 2012, former college athlete, former college coach. So when I moved back down South Louisiana, I was up at Grambling State University. I saw a need for player development. So what would happen more times, I had a little brother who was in high school at the time.
Okay.
I would go out and work with him and his friends. They would bring friends, and they start building off of that, and I saw where it started benefiting those guys. So I started to get a little more serious about it, start putting, plans together, more studying, more researching on how to help enhance their skills. All three of those high school kids that I started off training in all ended up signing Division I scholarships.
Wow.
So it just built from there. When they went off to college, they would bring their friends, their teammates, and I look around now, and all of this is a build off of that in 2012.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Well, I come from a strong spiritual background. My dad, he's a pastor. He preaches. So I grew up in the church. So I do graphic design.
Okay.
So when I was creating my logo,
I like that.
I had to find a way to put that in there. So any kid that trains with me, he put that shirt on, whether he know it or not. He had the cross on his chest. Me personally,
I like that.
I don't push Christianity off on kids, but if they're into it, you have to have something that keeps you going.
Right.
So if a kid is open to it, I try to keep him grounded, by implementing that as well.
Okay. I like that.
Right. Well, when it comes down to strength and conditioning, each of these kids, they have their own high school, respective high school that they play at. They all have strength and conditioning coaches. The way the game has changed these days, I leave it up to those college strength and conditioning coaches and high school coaches to handle that part. I don't try to venture off into, even though I can, I'm knowledgeable in it. I leave it to those guys because they have specifics that they do. So what I try to do is more skill specific, whether it's a defensive back teaching the proper stance, how to play press man, how to play off man, reading the three-step. It's a lot more detail that go in it than people think. So having my younger kids, get around those older kids and pretty much learn the game, absorb the knowledge, not just from me, because I'm a person, I know I don't know it all. A lot of kids I learn from, so I have college kids, their coaches teaching them one way, I ask to teach it to me, and I use that, and I've implemented it in drills, and that's how we handle it. I coach ball myself, and the worst thing to happen is for a kid to go train with a guy who's telling him, well, no, that's not how you do it. I'm a firm believer, you do what the coach tell you to do, how he tell you to do it. You may learn something from somebody else, but at the end of the day, you have a coach that you have to answer to, and however he wants you to do it is how you do it. But if you can pick up these small nuggets and find a way to implement it into your game, that's what makes every athlete different that I train. They implement it. They may take one or two things that I teach and, implement it to their game. So, I don't try to deviate, from what they're already doing. I just try to build on to that. I have an all-star staff, man. I have Rohan Davey. He's the head coach of the 15U. Marcus Randall, he's coaching the 17U. And Doug Coleman, senior, who actually coached me in high school, he's coaching my 18U squad.
Yes.
I have Prentice Wagner, former Tennessee volunteer, 4-year starter at Tennessee. He's the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
He's pretty much overseeing the defensive coordinating for the whole thing. Then I have Desiree, who's going to be helping me as well with the defense. Danny Johnson, who plays with the Redskins, he's assisting while he's down. Recovering. Russell Gage, who's out assisting with the receivers while he's down. So I have all my college guys. Yeah, Falcons. All my college guys. They'll be coming out. And it's just I tell them, it's a way I gave back to you. So it's your job, whatever I teach you, to come out and give it back to the younger generation.
I like that.
Even if it's just mental, and then you standing around watching it, whether it's a linebacker coming out to help the kids, you sitting there watching them work drops, dropping back in zone or covering man, and it's keeping you mentally sharp because you get a chance to coach it, but then you go back to and you seeing things that you would normally see. So I think overall, I just wanted to change the culture of South Louisiana sports personally.
And it is, Coach. I think